Have you ever really stopped to think about how this stuff you buy actually gets to you? It feels like magic, right? But it's not. It's this massive, invisible engine we call the supply chain. And today, we're going to pop the hood and see how the best companies in the world tune that engine for absolute peak performance.
So think about the last thing you ordered online. It showed up right on time, didn't it? Was that just dumb luck? Or was it the result of a million tiny, perfectly coordinated decisions happening behind the scenes? Well, that's exactly what supply chain performance management is all about, turning total chaos into a beautiful piece of clockwork.
You see, behind every single product, from the phone in your hand to the coffee in your mug, there's this sprawling global network of suppliers, manufacturers, and distributors. It's a gigantic engine, and for any company, the billion-dollar question is always, is our engine running smoothly, or is it about to completely stall out? So why is this so incredibly difficult? Well, for starters, the competition is just fierce. And internally, you've got teams with totally conflicting goals. You've got the finance team over here screaming, keep inventory low to save cash, while the sales team is yelling, we need everything in stock right now. It's this high-stakes balancing act that can make or break a company.
Okay, so if the supply chain is an engine, you can't just tune it by ear, right? You need a dashboard. And in the world of business, that dashboard is built from performance metrics. These are the dials, the gauges, the warning lights that tell you exactly what's working, what's broken, and where you're headed.
And a really good dashboard isn't just about the money. I mean, of course, you're looking at profit margins and cash flow, but you're also tracking operational stuff. How fast are things actually moving through the system? How much inventory are we sitting on? And maybe most important of all, what is the customer actually experiencing? Are we delivering on time? Are we getting their orders right?
This whole idea leads us to a really smart tool called the balanced scorecard. It basically forces companies to look beyond just this quarter's profits. It's all about connecting your day-to-day actions to your big long-term goals, making sure you don't win a battle today only to lose the war tomorrow.
Now, building one of these scorecards isn't about just picking metrics you like. It's super strategic. It all starts with your core strategy. Then, you define what success actually looks like in numbers you can track. From there, you figure out the key processes that will get you there, and finally, you drill down to the specific nuts and bolts activities that you can actually measure and improve every single day. It creates this perfect, clear line from big picture thinking to daily action.
So a custom dashboard is a fantastic start, but how do you really know if you're best in class? If everyone is measuring things a little differently, it's kind of like comparing apples to, oranges. What you really need is a universal language.
And guess what? There is one. It's called the SCOR model. The easiest way to think about it is like a universal blueprint or a master key for any supply chain. It gives every company a standard way to talk about their processes, measure how they're doing, and, crucially, see how they stack up against the best in the world.
The SCOR model breaks every supply chain on Earth into 5 core processes, and it all starts with plan. This is the 30,000-foot view, where you're forecasting what customers will want and making sure you have the resources and the budget to make it happen. It's the foundation for everything.
Next up is source. Pretty straightforward, right? This is all about getting the raw materials and services you need. But it's not just about finding the cheapest vendor. It's about building solid relationships and making sure you have quality and reliability for the long haul.
Then we get to make. This is where the magic really happens, where all those raw materials get transformed into the finished product. This stage is all about efficiency, quality control, and creating the value that the customer is actually paying for.
After something is made, you've got to deliver it. This is that final, critical leg of the journey. It covers everything from processing the order, to warehousing, to transportation, and that final drop-off at the customer's door. This is the moment of truth.
And finally, there's return. This is the reverse journey, handling product returns, repairs, recycling, you name it. It's so often overlooked, but you know what? A smooth, hassle-free return process can be an absolutely massive competitive advantage. So those 5 processes are the heart of the SCOR model, but they're supported by 4 pillars. You've got performance, which are the metrics for success. You have process, the blueprint we just talked about. Then there are practices, which are the best-in-class methods for getting things done. And finally, people, the skilled folks who make it all happen. You absolutely need all 4 to win.
All right, so we've got this incredibly powerful blueprint.
But how does a company take this from a piece of paper and actually use it to tune its engine and get real-world bottom-line results?
Well, it's a pretty structured 5-phase project. First, you map out your current supply chain to find the performance gaps. Then, you play detective and dig deep to find the root causes of those problems. Next, you brainstorm and design solutions. After that, you create a detailed plan for the new way of doing things. And finally, you launch the projects to make it all a reality. It's a super systematic way to drive real, lasting change.
So why should any of this matter to you? Because all of this stuff, the scorecards, the SCOR model, all of it, it's the reason you can get almost anything you want delivered right to your door faster than ever before. It is the invisible scaffolding that makes our entire modern world of commerce possible.
You know, for years and years, the game was all about two things: cost and speed. But now, with huge new challenges like sustainability and massive global disruptions, that dashboard is being totally rewired. So that leaves us with a really big question. What's going to be the next critical metric that defines the winners and losers in the supply chains of tomorrow?